Welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
I love it here. Well, what do you remember of the last time that we had an episode? I put a couple episodes up. I have a stream where I put yours and Gail's in order of how they actually happened. So after your last one, there is another episode with Gail. Have you had a chance to look at any of that? No problem.
I have not. I have not had a chance to look at the stuff with
No
Gail.
worries.
So the last thing that I remember is that I was with, oh my goodness, I need to, actually I wrote all of this down. So I was with my servants. I found my servants, 1 second here. Let's go to game. Second, my servants are Indianael Ariel,
Right.
Michelob,
Right. Oh my God.
Che and Hakim were the 6 servants, and so those are my 5.
Right.
And Che and Hakim were recovering. They were in the apartment. Let's see. And we went outside. We took down a whatchamacallit? Oh my God! Come on! I know it's the end of the day, but
Drones.
yes, the drones. We took down the drones.
There were 3 of those, I recall.
And we brought them back to the apartment, but we don't understand the tech or behind them. Also, the apartment is empty. Not empty,
Right.
but I mean the occupants, right? Everyone I met, they're
And the robots are all, they're going out the back way, which you already shut up again. There's kind of a garage in the back.
Yeah.
So wherever they all went, And of course, Penn is not there either.
So
And it's hard
yes. So at this point, I'm hoping that my servants have rested. I am anxious to find out what's going on, and explore the city a bit as surreptitiously as possible. But my long-term goal here is to awaken everyone, and free them and destroy the Red Dragon and Harmony Far. That's what I'd like to do. I'd like to get on that.
Okay, well, where would you like to go first? What would you like to do first? What would you want to tell the servants? Like what?
So first of all, I want to check in with Che and Hakim.
Okay, I'll roll. Let me see. I'll roll 2 6-sided dice. Do you have 6-sided dice?
I'm sorry, I should have gotten this stuff together with the little time I had before.
Take your time,
came
Frank.
here.
Take your time.
All right.
Roll twice, 6-sided, and tell me each one.
2
Uh-huh.
and 6.
Okay. I have 6 and 2.
Well, that's funny.
So, 2 and 6 is what I have. So, which one would you rather talk to, Che or Hakim?
I'll talk to Che.
Okay. Che comes out of his delirium a little bit. He kisses your hand, and he says, "Thank you, Lord." And then he kind of like fades back. Hakim won't wake up yet.
Okay.
There's still going to probably be, if you want to roll the 6-sided die, or actually the 8-sided die, roll the 8-sided die 1, please.
6.
Okay, I rolled a 2. You beat it by, they'll be out of this situation in like 40 minutes, like 40 minutes. They'll probably be awake again. Well, I shouldn't say it that way. That's stupid. I'm sorry. I have to redo it. 4 hours from now, they'll be fully on their feet and great. And in the game, as we play it, you might get 4 hours happening, depending on what happens, or you might leave them and come back, and by the next time, they'll be good.
Okay. All right. Well, it seems like Che Hakim still needs some time to recover. Michelob, I want you to continue watching over Che Hakim, please.
I will, Lord, I will.
And then I talked to Indianael and Ariel.
Yes.
Okay, so I would like to go back to the square where I originally went to, where that protest occurred, and I went into that building.
Okay.
So let's go there. I'm wondering, we were watched by drones the last time, and we took them down. How do we do this? How can we be more undercover?
You're asking Ariel and Indiana?
Yes.
Well, sir, we don't really have a lot of understanding of what this world is. Indiana seems to be more dressed the way some people here are, but I also, in my robes here, Ariel saying, there are people who dress like you and me, Lord, more like this.
Let's go see if their clothes. Anyone left any clothes behind?
Oh, there's all kinds of clothes. That's a good idea. There's all kinds of clothes in like a back room. Before, like on your way down the hallway, you pass that closet wall, the coal and the wood and the other fire things are that and other supplies where Guy and the people who fight with him tend to go in there and they seem to fight and make love or something. They do their own kind of rather hard stuff. Beyond that is a bathroom that you went into a couple times ago. And then before you get to the back garage where everybody had gone out in the ramp that all the robots went on, you find a kind of a wardrobe, a very large wardrobe. And there's all kinds of clothes there. Some of them are like piled around on the floor. Some of them are more nicely put on hangers and things. Some of them are put up in shelves and folded up. It seems like not just all the people, there were like 20 or 30 people who lived here. Mm-hmm. You see clothes for all of them, plus other people seem to have clothes. It's a very large room, kind of narrow. You go down into like a hallway within it, and you could spend all day looking at clothes there. But what do you want to find? What kind of clothes are you thinking about?
Just clothes that will not arouse suspicion. Clothes that we can just blend in. Let's get some slacks. Okay. Right, so let's take off our robes, put on some slacks. I know it might be a little foreign for you, Ariel, but why don't you put some clothes, put on some pants. Let's put a shirt on. What's the temperature outside?
It's I want to say it's like a September for Chicago weather. Like it's nice. It's not cold. It's not exactly hot. It's more like 70 degrees Fahrenheit, whatever that would be in Celsius, 60 degrees, somewhere in there. It's bright, nice day, kind of windy, kind of nice. Even though where you are is kind of gloomy, because I've described that also. But the rest of the city also tends to be in the same weather at once. So yeah.
So here we go. Ariel, here I picked a shirt out for you.
Thank you, Lord.
When you put this on, you see those buttons, you put them through the holes there. Let me give you a hand, and I start kind of buttoning them up. So you got a button, okay. Indiana L, how's everything going? You got some clothes that you want to pick out?
I've just found some clothes that go with the fire armor that I still was wearing. I kind of feel that the fire armor might be a smart thing to continue to wear, sir, but I could also take them and put them and get
What does the fire armor look like?
You know how Indiana Jones was dressed in the movie?
Yeah.
And there was a scene that we took and put in the Discord, the Holy Rollers Dice Club Discord scroll about the game, where it was an off shot where Harrison Ford and another person were carrying the ark. And even though that wasn't actually in the movie, there is this promotional picture that I found and put there. Well, he looks like that. He looks like a leather, blazer, leather jacket, a leather pair of pants, and kind of a floppy, not quite cowboy hat, but kind of fedora, in between a cowboy hat and a fedora. And he looks like that. And everybody else is in the robes that they would have had. But now everyone's dressed in. Well, I mean, he's asking you, should I take the fire armor off?
No, I guess you can keep it on. Take off the hat though.
Okay.
And then what I'm going to do is I'll also ask Michelob to come into the room and change and select some clothes for Ariel and not Ariel, for Che and Hakim.
I will. Yes, I will find a way to really enjoy wardrobing our friends.
Yeah. Great. Okay. All right. So now we look a little bit more like the natives here. Let us.
Sure.
Okay. So we're gonna go. Michelob, keep watch over Che and Hakim, please, and we'll be back. One of the other things is it'd be great to have some communication. Are there any communication devices around?
It's a very good question, and that was actually something that was in the other game. There was a communication device that that guy had made to call the robots. Oh, I'm telling you everything. Shit. You see over in Guy's corner a couple different, seem like almost failed attempts to make something like that. But maybe you can either work with it or do something with it and fix it, or you could just rely on it or try it or whatever. They look like walkie-talkie kind of things almost.
Okay. Let's go take a look at it. Okay. I'm going to press a button.
Yes.
Does it turn on?
What, the more you put, it does that staticky stuff.
I'm sorry, it does a staticky thing?
You're pushing it and the staticky sound, kind of like a walkie-talkie.
Okay. Okay, cool. And does the other one work?
There's two other ones.
Okay. I'm going to give the other one to Michelob. Let's test it out. Michelob, I'm going to press this button and say something. Hello, Michelob.
Hello, sir.
Okay, I hear that. I think I get the concept. Great. Then you said there's a third one?
There's three of them that are sitting there.
Michelob, so then I'm going to give this to one of these to Indiana L. So Indiana L, please, let's test that one.
Hello, sir.
Okay, I hear that. Can you hear me? Hello, Indiana L.
I hear you, sir.
Okay.
I'm almost over it. I just want to say over for some reason. I'm not sure why
You're not sure why? Okay. What if we say over after each time we talk? That way we know when it ends, right? Because you can only either speak or hear, right? But you can't do both. So to indicate to the other person that you're done speaking, you'll say over. How about that? Over.
I'll do that.
Over.
I'll do that.
Okay. All right. Michelob, take care of our friends, and Ariel and Indiana L. Let's leave.
Okay.
All right.
If you remember now that when you went out there, the demonstration seems to have long gone. They either have, who knows, they've been arrested, who knows if they've all gone home, who knows if they got what they wanted and whatever their objective was, but It seems to have been days, if not longer, that there has been no real activity. I mentioned that this is that gray part of town where you're right on the bay. You have the barges just sitting there, and sometimes seagulls. Nothing really going on. There's some drunk people that, like, occasionally you'll see them laying there. A couple of them might be talking softly, but there's really not much going on. There's not a lot of people.
I would like to go to where I originally heard the source.
Now you recall that you kind of remember. Well, roll your 12-sided dice and tell me what you get, please.
Oh my God, I got a 12 exactly.
I got a 1, man. You really, this is great. That the difficulty of 1, which is a crit fail, you got as your success was a 12, a crit success. Literally, I'm just going to tell you, most of the traffic in this town tends to be buses. Buses in this town do not cost anything, and they tend to go everywhere. And they're 3-decker buses. They're very they actually were 3-decker buses. I looked them up after the adventure, and I found there was a whole bunch of them in Italy in the 30s, and also other countries, even in America even. And then there's a thing with Harry Potter, where there's a 3-decker bus too. I think some purple thing, but. The overall good thing about it is that you could probably take a number of bus lines, but it might take a while. You also can tell that there are other motorcycles. It wasn't just the motorcycle that Tobit had. There are a couple others. You might be able to get that to work. Also, there might be some other way. You might be able to hitch a ride or something. But you basically, the thing about rolling so well, which is gorgeous that you did, you can kind of almost remember, almost like the back of your hand, like, how did I get from all the way over there on that motorcycle with Melchizedek and Cassandra being awkward on the motorcycle? You remember all the streets you could. You could even walk it, but it might take you a long time.
Why don't we just grab one of these motorcycles? What do you say, Ariel and Indianael?
Indianael says sure, because it looks like he would be good at that anyway.
And then Ariel can hitch a ride with me. Huh?
I can see Harrison Ford riding a motorcycle pretty easily anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good.
All right. Hold on. I don't know if you can hear CO. Anyways. All right. So, may El, who is in me, who is everywhere, guide us. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's start this puppy. And I start.
I'll give you the option, Fred. Do you want to all be on one, or do you want all 3 of you, each of you, to have one?
I want 2 of us to have one. Ariel can go with me, and then Indiana can have cycle to himself.
Okay, well, here you go.
So, I'll get this engine going. I'll twist this key, I think. Let's see if I can get it started.
You're already riding across the city.
All right. All right, everyone. Hold tight, Ariel.
And without any need to go on and on, you get to where you're going. You got to that area, the business district of the city, where the very tall buildings are, including the tallest building that you saw, which was that building. And there's no demonstration outside right now. There's nothing really going on.
What is going on outside then? Are people walking around? Are people going to work? Are they going about their business?
Going to work. People are like taking buses. There's people talking and stuff, but it's not as it was when you first came there, when there were thousands of people smashing around the streets. Compared to that, it's relatively not that much going on. There's people walking around. It's like downtown Chicago and parts of New York, maybe any place that would be heavily trafficked, but nothing out of the ordinary. Where do you park your 2 motorcycles?
We're gonna park our 2 motorcycles. Is there parking on the street?
There appears to be places where people park. Like it's kind of it's weird. Like there are lines going in different directions, and you'll see some cars kind of obeying, being like little diagonal arcs going down, and then sometimes they seem to be going wrong. And then there's parts where there's just no one there.
Let's take one of those diagonal spaces and why don't we park there?
Okay, you find that.
And now what I want to do is, I'm just going to ask some questions. I'm going to go into that building, the building where I went to, the first building, and I'm just going to ask the person there at the lobby if he knows that if there's any meetings that are happening, especially the source, meetings of the source.
Well, there's some there are some classes that are being shown now, but you have to kind of qualify for them, sir. Are you signed up for the sources? I could tell you where they are, but I kind of need to see what you're signed up for.
Oh, I'm just checking. I'd come to a meeting some time ago. No, just wondering. Thank you.
Certainly. Okay. And you walk away.
I walk away. Okay.
You can either take the elevator, go up the stairs. You can kind of remember because you rolled so well. You could probably even find that very upstairs. Several floors up, there was a big classroom where you and Cassandra went during the first episode that you were in. You can kind of find that.
I'm wondering if, here's a bold move. What I want to do is kind of disrupt the classes. I just want to be about the business of awakening people, and I'm wondering if there's a way to do that by going into the classes with my servants. Hell, even like taking motorcycles. I've got to think this through. Huh?
Oh my God, you're going to do that?
I don't know. I think maybe I should.
I think you should. If you want to do that, let's see what happens. I could do that.
Yeah. Who's this?
It's Liddell is here.
Hey, Liddell, how you doing?
How you doing?
Long time no see.
I know, right? It's been a while. I just saw y'all on, and I was like, I wanted to stop in and say hey.
Well, thank you, Fred. We're making an episode right now for we'll put it up. I don't know if you've seen the ones I put up already, but I got 9 shows up right now.
Oh wow, 9.
9 altogether. I think you were talking about listening to it a couple days ago. I have gotten enough up there. There are literally 9 episodes. This will be our 10th one, and this is great. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for enjoying it. This is great.
Yeah, I saw y'all was on. I'm doing some work and whatnot, but I was like, let me see what's going on Discord, because I haven't been on in a while.
I'm so glad to have you. If it's okay, we'll probably get back into it, and just because he's only going to play for another half an hour, and then you and I can talk. Or if you're welcome to listen, we're going to probably do the rest of the game. Would that be okay?
Oh yeah, I'm just sitting. I'm like doing stuff right now, so it's fine. Yeah,
that's cool.
Like be on a radio show. So that's what we'll continue to do. I think Miguel has. You'll see how it is. When I put it up, I'll show it to you.
All right. So this is what I want to do. Che Hakim. Again, I need to awaken people to the fact that
you're talking to Ariel and Indianael now.
Oops, I'm sorry. I meant sorry. Indianael and Ariel. I want to awaken people. I don't know how to find my friends. I don't know how to find Penn. Else I would coordinate.
I see. So do you want to actually ride the motorcycle like up the not so steep stairs and try to go up into the classroom? Did you want to do that?
I kind of want to do that. I want to do that because I want it to be bold, number one. But I've got to plan this out. I want to take the motorcycles, ride up the stairs, ride into the meeting space, and awaken everyone there.
Oh, that's really crazy.
And okay, woof. And then let's see. I have to figure out what I'm going to do before I do that.
Yeah,
I think the idea is this.
This might be intense. I don't know how it's going to work.
I want to call. So, what are the possibilities of calling? Can I bring? I don't know. From the last time you said, obviously, like L couldn't kind of be there, but he kind of is. Can I bring Cherubim and Seraphim into the mix and just kind of like as just like proof that like this is real, this is happening to help awaken people?
Well, you could do this. Would you want to bring the Archangel Michael with you also?
Ah, that's right.
You've got 4 Seraphim, 4 Cherubim, and the Archangel Michael. There were 9. And the thing that makes this kind of tickly to me is, remember, a lot of this has certain parallels to the Book of Revelation, and right now is a possibility of it becoming very, very much like something out of the Book of Revelation, which is going to be fun as fuck.
Then let's do it. I want to bring them in, right? But I want to awaken them, right? So that here's the other concept. So I'm going to bring them in, but I'm going to do a Buddhist thing, okay? And I want to.
It skipped. What did you say? You're going to do what?
I want to awaken them. I want to do a Buddhist thing.
Buddhist thing. That's what I heard. Okay, yeah.
So the idea is, I'm not going to do a particular chant, but I am going to say something like, awaken to, your Buddha nature, right? And this is how I hope to awaken everyone, right? Through the vibrations, through those bright vibrations, right? To awaken their actual Buddha natures, to awaken to who they actually are, and to free themselves from this motherfucker who is enslaving them and dominating them.
Yes.
So yeah, that's the plan. So number 1, I want to call Michael. I'm gonna come in deep. Is the whole idea. With motorcycles, with Cherubim, Seraphim, and Michael the Archangel. I want to come in deep.
Okay. Well, here we go. Give me a second to make everything happen.
Okay.
But first of all, you're gonna motorcycle your way through.
Yes. So Indianael Ariel and I have gotten the motorcycles. We're ready to go.
Right, and right now you're riding up the stairs.
We're riding up the stairs. We just went through and riding up the stairs. We're going into. Well, wait a minute. But I need to call the. I take the horn and I'm calling Michael, the Archangel, all the Seraphim and Cherubim. And we bust into that motherfucking room. Do you put sound effects on?
Well, there's a lot of crowd. They're all clapping and laughing to the source. He was talking about some very intense thing. You see him. He sees you motorcycling in. The trumpet's coming in. You see the Seraphim. Now, I'm going to say that there's 2 of the Cherubim, 2 of the Seraphim. The other 2 of each are going to stay with the Ark. Michael, the Archangel, is riding from the Ark through the dimensions into the room following you. Wow, this is gorgeous. I have
Okay.
to, yeah, go ahead.
Are you gonna put a sound effect? I just want to know when to go now.
I think I'm going to do next. I'm going to do this. Hold on, give me a second. Let me see. You see, as the source is trying to gain the crowd back, you see that he is. You see a kind of images coming out of all the people in the room. First, they're all tortured, but then they kind of come through in a pure way, and they seem to be all coming together as and there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head was a crown of 12 stars. And she, being with child, cried, travailing in birth, pain to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great dragon having 7 crowns upon his heads. You see this being is happening right now. You start to see that as she brought forth a man-child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron, and her child was caught up unto God in his throne. And you see that and there was a war in heaven, and you see that you are in the heaven. And Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our God, and the power of his Christ, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of the test. And as you hear that, you hear this crumpling sound of like, and you see the book that all of this has been falls into the hands of this man. And you see that all the people are kind of suspend in like little glass bubbles. They're just like suspending, and everything is darkness and light, and kind of like you're in a nebula. And nothing exists anymore. You're kind of floating. You see your servants floating next to you. You see the cherubim, and you see the seraphim who have come. You see Michael the Archangel. And they're fighting over the person who's got the power of this is standing there with a book in his hands, and he's taking the whole of the world, including you, and trying to close it in the book.
And we stop him. Like, I am El, and we are stopping this right now. The source lies. Everyone awaken. Awaken to your godhood. Awaken to your potential. Free yourselves. Free your mind. This is a prison. And those vibrations are going out into everyone. What happens next?
You see him, and he puts himself in the book, closes the book, and the book disappears. And you're back in the room. The people are all laying on the ground. They've fallen out of those terrible chairs. The other people who were like his servants are trying to call out to order. Get back! Okay. Who you said?
No, you be quiet. You shut up. Everyone, listen to me. They're lying to you. You are in a prison. You are trapped. You need to wake up. You are all gods. They are enslaving you. They are draining you of energy. Wake up, everyone. Wake up.
You see. Oh, this is great. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have done this quicker.
That's okay.
We're all on a beach, that beautiful gray beach, which was kind of like in the center of everything. This is a couple episodes ago. they're all around you. All these people have woken up from their dream, and they're on this beach, and they don't know where they are. Some of them are friends with each other. They're kind of talking to each other. Your servants are with you. The two seraphim and the two cherubim are kind of like dancing around the two suns, which could be the two moons, which could be the two of your eyes or the eyes of anyone else there looking at you or each other. You're in a perfect place.
Okay.
And it seems like all that stuff is gone, but you don't know where to go from here.
Okay. So, wow, okay. I thought we were going to stay in that world, but we're out of that world.
I should probably complete that. The source, wherever the fuck he is, he's gone. He closed himself in a book, he's gone. His people, like the people who used to like kind of like give him energy as he was up there with them, they seem to have run away. They're not around.
Okay.
All the people here are victims of this game, or maybe they're happy in this game. Some of them are actually starting to say, why did you take us away from there?
I took you away because you are enslaved, and we need to end this. Listen,
well, where do we go from here?
You can go back to the Sakar. You are gods. You can go back to your existences. You just need to concentrate, okay? You need to, I would like everyone to focus in on your breathing, focus in on your hearts, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I need you to imagine that you are in graves, entombed, and I need you to push through. I need you to get out. Because that is what's happening right now. Push out. You are greater.
It's so nice on this beach. It's so nice on this beach. You want to stay on this beach now.
This beach is just, this beach itself is just a fantasy. And it's a nice fantasy. But you have a whole universe to yourselves. Why stay in this beach? Why stay in this prison? It's just another prison.
But you say that we should, one person says, I almost see it. I feel that I think I may have known you at some point and bowed down to you and broken my head as if I was named Dagon. What do I do? Do I just go back to the box I was in?
No. You don't go back to the box you were in. There's a bigger world than the box that you were in. I need you to push through. Listen, gods, and you are all gods. Our freedom depends on each other. Okay? Our freedom is collective. Even the roles that we were in, El opposing Dagon or El opposing Baal, these were boxes as well. And we're trying to break through all of the prisons, all of the boxes, all of the cages that we lived in. But it starts here.
Out of nowhere, the same beach that you saw a stupa come out and the whole vista was both within and without, now you see a great tree coming out. And it is bigger than the world. And it's in the middle of the world. And you start to hear St. Martin, your friend, played by Jeff. She is talking to several friends who you feel you may have known, but you also realize you may never have known. And they're around the base of this tree in a large sphere also, a world of their own. And you get the impression, I'll just say, somewhere else in the crypt of sarcophaguses, there is the great tree, who herself is larger than most of the deities, although connected to them, about the earth, the idea of earthness, whether it's from your planet or another planet. The idea of that planetness is this tree, and that tree is calling to you now.
I go to the tree.
Friend. Join me.
I go to the tree, and I take my servants with me, and I ask them, is it okay to bring all of the gods with me to the tree?
I would welcome you all, friends.
So let's all go.
Come to this tree, come to this place.
Okay. So then, let's go. I heard everyone towards the tree.
At this point, friend, I have a question. We are going to be we're going to probably be done in the next 14 minutes. I suggest we stop early because when we're going here, I'm going to beg to see if Jeff can play with us. If not, I'll play with him and do something with him. With you guys coming in as like shadowy kind of light creatures that he can either interact with or become part of.
Okay.
I'm going to try desperately to see if I can get Jeff to be. He said he was going to play with me sometime in the next couple of weeks. So I'm going to see if he's around. If not, we'll figure something out. But that will be where we end today.
Okay.
We have gone through all these dimensions. You got to another dimension with the tree in it. It doesn't mean the AI is gone. It doesn't mean that the beach is gone. It doesn't mean that that building is gone. It doesn't mean that that source is gone, like defeated. He may have escaped and gone somewhere with more power. But you're jumping up the levels now. Where are we going to go next? It'll have something to do with where Jeff's been languishing all this time. So I'll be putting up his story also in the next couple of days. Okay. So that when we watch all of them together, it's going to make sense together.
Awesome. All right. Yay.